feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride
Do a sidebar real quick. Apparently, wait, what the fuck? Apparently, Shaq just got at who he just get at? Is it Shannon Sharpe? Is it Shannon Sharpe, y'all? Shannon Sharpe, Shaq.
And rightfully so. But we're never going to see another guy Shaq's size with his athleticism that was as dominant as him.
Yeah.
And he robbed himself because he didn't take it serious enough. Did he take it serious? Not nearly as serious as he should have. Shaq should have 5 MVPs. Shaq should have 7 titles. And I think he sees a guy like Nikola Jokic that's not as dominant as him and gets 3 and 4 years.
Yeah.
And people are talking about him. And they talk about him dominant big man. But see, when you historically great, they talk about you as great basketball player, the GOAT. And Shaq is never brought up. When they say Tom Brady, even though he plays quarterback, they say Tom Brady is the greatest football player. Ocho, you and I debate. We say Jerry. We say Lawrence Taylor or whomever. But right. Tom Brady, although he played quarterback, Shaq is never brought up in those discussions when it comes to GOAT. He's never in front of Magic. He's never in front of LeBron. He's never in front of Jordan. He's never in front of Kareem. He's never really in front of Russell. When we talk about GOATs, those route Mount Rushmore. And I think a part of him is envious of that. But he doesn't have anybody to blame but himself.
But do you think?
Okay, it's so fast because I like sped it up. So this is what Shaq said. He put up Shannon Sharpe at 51, and he said, "Yo, you took me sticking up Shy, I guess Shy Gilchrist or whatever his name is, Shy Gilliges. How do you say this nigga's name? So you took me sticking up for Shy as jealousy for Joker. Shows how smart you are and how you say anything for clicks. So here's some clickbait for you. If you ain't ranking the top 10 in your profession, you can't speak on me. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you at. Me jealous sounds like you jealous. I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people. And in case you forgot, 4 rings, 3 finals MVP. Jesus Christ. Top 50 and top 75, Google me. And to be quite frank, all this new success you got, you still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according, I work less than you, but I'm worth more than you. Jesus Christ. Make it make sense. Love you too. If you need help making money, it's always better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this shit. Love always the most dominant big man ever who never took it serious. Remember, I don't know you. And in the words of Skip Bayless, I'm better than you. G14 classification, I have it. You don't. Not in my profession. And your GOAT debate, never wanted to be the GOAT. I wanted to be who you should greet me as, the most dominant ever. The apex predator. What the fuck? Yeah, Shaq clears on a lot of shit. Shaq clears on a lot of shit, bro. Hey, I'll say this. I'm gonna keep it light. You know what I've realized about Shaq? Shaq is a person who has an image that is like even like super Disney kid-like friendly. The Shaq I've heard about behind the scenes is not that at all. Like Shaq is not that. Which I got to give him credit because he is one of the greatest. But Shaq, the perception of Shaq and Shaq is like 2 different things. I'll definitely say that. Somebody says Shaq DM 2C's girl. Yeah, so 2C put up on his Instagram today. He was just like, yo, One time this nigga DM Samaria and said, "Let me have that baby," talking about my son, weird ass old head, and he shows Shaq DMing his girl, talking about, "Can I have that baby?" Also, I guess people started making like they were saying it was kind of odd because it came out that it came out that Shaq was, Shaq was like over 50, I believe. Shaq was dating this 21-year-old girl. Like apparently he's 52, but he's on like a vacation with her or whatever. Some people are saying that the photos are old. He was 47 at the time, and yeah, she was 21. This is coming off the heels of his ex-wife, Shawnee O'Neal, basically saying that she didn't love him ever. Like she said, I don't know if I was ever in love with him. Yeah. It says Shaq's love life has dominated the news cycle. Yeah, I won't be honest with you. The truth is this, man. Let me tell you the truth. Y'all want to hear the truth? Everything Shaq said to Shannon Sharpe is the reason why Shaq will always be able to do whatever he wants in life. That's the honest truth, right? He's like one of the greatest basketball players ever. He has such a great reputation. People love him. He's a renowned, like, you know what Snoop Dogg is for rap, where everybody knows the name Snoop Dogg, and it's more like even popular than if he's relevant currently in rap? That's Shaq. Like, Shaq is just known and synonymous with that. But so all this other shit doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? So all this other shit like really doesn't matter, right? And like I looked at the post today by Tusi, and I was just like, Tusi, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. You might as well just keep quiet, brother. Like, it's Shaq. You can't ever turn people against Shaq. Like, people have a perception of Shaq as a great guy, whatever. You can't, like, you just gotta shut up. And a nigga's a billionaire. You gotta shut the fuck up, honestly. Somebody said, "Oh, that's a great comparison." Yeah. Somebody said, yeah. The truth is, by the way, did I ever tell you? I've never said this before ever, and I never really even wanted to say it because it was just so shocking to me, and I knew if I ever said it, people would be mad shocked because they're like, "What are you talking about?" Right? It's like one of those things where it's Shaq. Yo, Shaq threatened me in the DMs one time so crazy. Like, so crazy. This is after, remember when he slid in the DMs, right? And this is when I knew, like, something was up. Remember when Shaq, remember the Home Depot girl? Remember the Home Depot girl? When like, Shaq slid in her DM? Like, he was like, "Hey, baby," like, remember he was instantly in her DM, which, by the way, that's another reason also I never said nothing, because Shaq is he's so brilliant too. He flipped it into a joke where he did like a freestyle. Like, Home Depot invited him from motherfucking, like, usually brands don't invite a nigga to come to their store to like film a freestyle. He did a freestyle from Home Depot, playing the whole thing off, right?
Got 2 retired jerseys in 2 different cities. I'm still waiting on that.
Bruh. So when I seen that, anyway, when I posted, because she posted the DMs, right? Like, we didn't hack her. She posted that Shaq hit her up. I posted what she posted, and Shaq slid in my DMs, and he talked to me just like how he talked to Shannon Sharpe. He's like, "Yo, bro, why you even posting this? You broke, nigga?" Like, to keep it real, I ain't even gonna lie to you. When Shaq asked you if you broke, you start thinking, like, maybe I am fucking broke. This thing is a billionaire. Like, Shaq's a whole fucking billionaire. Shaq was so tight at me. And then the next thing he said, which was like I had to, matter of fact, I didn't realize Shaq was like this until I started hearing some rumors and shit. But also, like, Gilly called me later. It was like, I guess Shaq was making little calls around about me. I don't know. It was kind of odd. Anyway, because Shaq was in my DM, and Shaq was like, "Yo, nigga, you know you got to see me, right? You know, like, he was like mad tough." I was like, what the hell? The whole time I'm like, Nigga, ain't you the guy on TNT? Like, it was gangster Shaq in my DMs. I promise you. Like this is why I never said it, because I'm like, no one will believe this. Like, no one will believe that Shaq was in my DMs talking the most gangster shit. Like, he finna, like, put a hit. Like, I swear. So, and I remember even telling him, like, I was like, Unc, cool down, bruh. I was like, bruh, if you talking like that, we don't even got to talk no more. Like, I'm like, don't they say real G's move in silence? Like, why are you, like, telling me what you're about to do to me? Like, this is crazy. Anyway, he's talking crazy to me. Now, here's the funny thing. Which, as I said, I'm talking about gangster talk. I'm talking about, nigga, you know I'm Shaq, nigga. I'll get you touched, nigga. Like, I'm like, this nigga was talking like it was King Von. I promise you. I swear. Like, I was never going to ever tell a story, because I'm like, no one will believe you. Like, no one's going to believe their lovable guy on TNT is talking to you like he's a mob boss getting niggas knocked off, right? Like, I mean, I can show you the DMs. It's still there. But it's just like, no one will believe you. So I'm like, whatever, man. And also, it's not like he said nothing in no comment section or whatever, so I ain't going to say anything. Anyway, I'll tell you where this is going. Now, keep in mind, I was like shocked. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why Shaq acting mad gangster? Anyway, I remember Gilly calls me. I did an interview with Gilly and Waller around that time too. Gilly was like, what'd you do to Shaq, man? Shaq calling around about you. I'm like, what? And basically Gilly says, and I'll keep it light, it was like, nah, Shaq's like that. I started doing some Googles. Apparently back in the day when niggas was either fucking his wife or doing some shit, Shaq used to be really tapped in with some real niggas. And Shaq really gets shit shaking type shit. You know what I mean? He might be an OG. Don't let that cop badge fool you. Shaq really, he gets shit shaking. So I'm like, oh shit. Shaq kind of like that. I didn't know. I never knew. I'm thinking Shaq is just like this big hunk of lovable, like, you know what I mean? We call him, anyway. What? Somebody said Shaq Knight? I swear this nigga was talking to me like Suge Knight, gang. Real talk, bro. I'm telling you. You'd have think I was talking to King Von, bro. All right, cool. Anyway, now, this was like, so two things. So number one, that stopped. Remember, I never mentioned this a day in my life. Ever a day in my life, right? I never, until right now. Okay. Now, what I never told y'all, back when I was dating Angelica, like, Shaq DM'd her. Shaq DM'd her, and I remember she showed me the DM, and I remember saying to her, like, because, like, first of all, I was just, like, in disbelief. I was like, Shaq don't run his page. Like, that's like maybe, like, somebody on his team. But anyway, so I'm like, I don't know, maybe they got, she was trying to do a little modeling. I'm like, maybe they got, like, some type of opportunity or something like that. Shaq was trying to fly her out, real talk. I was like, that was kind of odd, but whatever, cool. Now, that was back then, so I do know Shaq be in these bitches' DMs. Trust me, Shaq DM every hoe. Shaq, Sway Lee, Tiger, they're in every bitch's DM. Facts. I'm telling you, it's a fact. I'm not playing. I'm telling you, it's a fact, bro. Okay. All right. After that, tell me how. This is when I realized Shaq really don't like me, and it kind of hurts because, like, bro, it's Shaq. Like, we love Shaq, but I don't know. I think he really don't like me because I posted. I guess I aired out the whole thing with I made him look thirsty, right? I guess that's the thing he's probably mad at me about. And no. And now after I posted the Home Depot girl, I posted another one. Like, there was another girl who sent me her DMs with him too. And I posted that too. That's why he DM'd me. He was just like, bruh. Basically like, nigga, you put me on blast, nigga. What the fuck's up with you, nigga? You broke, nigga? Nigga, you know I can get you touched, right? Like, that's how he was with. Anyway, tell me how, and I try not to call names, but my recent ex, tell me how Shaq's all in her DMs. Shaq's all in her DMs trying to link, fly her out. Shaq got on FaceTime with her. So she tell me what happened. She's like, yeah, Shaq FaceTime me. That nigga was in the dark with his shirt off. Like, she was like, that shit was kind of creepy. I was like, what? I was like, no, you're lying. I was like, no, for real. Nigga, I wouldn't even really believe it. Like, set me on the proof. I ain't gonna put it up because it ain't that serious. But I was like, Shaq really be getting shit shaking, bro. So now I gotta worry about Shaq trying to fuck. I think Shaq don't like me. Like, I'm not making this shit up. That's why I said, like, I didn't ever want to say this because Shaq, like, the image of Shaq and what I'm saying do not align. You're going to be like, accurate line until I show all proof, but I just don't want to, like, just throw everything up on the screen. Shaq was literally, because you know how I knew this happened? Shorty hits me up. She says, do you got something with Shaq? I said, I never even told her really. I was like, no. I said, why? She was like, yo, Shaq FaceTime me. And like, nigga was like in the dark corner with like his shirt off. And like, he was just trying, like, he's been trying to hit me up consistently, trying to like link type shit. And I was just like, and it's almost like he's doing it because he knows I was with you. And I was like, oh shit, Shaq's spinning the block on me. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one, like, I realized I'm probably gonna lose. Like, just eventually down the line, if he cares that much. Shaq's a fucking billionaire, my nigga. Like, I don't care if he's 92. If Shaq is over here like, yo, I gotta show this nigga act some shit. And again, this is gonna sound ridiculous to anybody who's looking like, bro, it's no way Shaq has the time, has the resources. No, has the time to be caring about trying to link with the bitch that you've dated. He's a billionaire. I know it's gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm telling you, it's true. So when I seen Tusi, I even called Tusi today, and I said, Tusi, I ain't gonna lie to you. This nigga Shaq DM like 3 of my bitches before. I ain't gonna hold you. Tusi was like, nigga, 5 niggas just called me, said Shaq did the same thing. I'm like, yo, the thing we can't defeat, the nigga's a billionaire. You just gotta let it rock. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta yo, Shaq's a billionaire. You just gotta be like, yo, Unc, you got it, dog. You got it, bro. You got it. Anyway. Also, here's the thing. Bro, his image is so pristine. Like, fuck what anybody says about him, even Tusi or whatever. Bro, like, Home Depot invited the nigga into the fucking store to, like, record a rap. Like, Shaq, you got it, bro. Matter of fact, could we use this as, send this to Shaq to tell him Ak is not beefing with them? And if I'm pissing you off by posting you linking, because I guess Shaq be a player on the low. He don't like people louding it up. Shaq, I will stop posting all the whores you're fucking. Just stop beefing with me because I look up to you as a legend. And I can't beef with a billionaire. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Recently, I think Shaq he flexed on like TNT. They was talking about some exclusive restaurant, and they asked Shaq, they said, yo, you ever been there? And Shaq just flexed. He said, been there? Nigga, I own it. Like, he just flexed. I'm like, yo, you can't defeat a nigga like that, bro. God bless Shaq. God bless Shaq. So for the record, I don't have no beef with Shaq, but I don't think Shaq likes me. But I want to get on his good side, okay? Shaq, one of my like old bitches, I will offer up to you as sacrifice to make us cool, okay? Pick any girl I used to date or be with before 2017, and you could have them. Let's just be cool, Shaq. I want no smoke with you. Sometimes you gotta offer a nigga up a bitch. I'm serious. I don't want to beef with Shaq. I want to be cool with him. Yo, Shaq was in my DMs like, yo, you know I could get you touched, right? I was like, what the fuck? nigga, I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the nigga talking about? Nigga said, yo, you know I could get you touched, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, you know when you think a nigga's like all just happy and shit like that? Nigga, that's what I thought he was. He said, nigga, you know I could get you touched, right? I'm like, What you talking about, Willis? Like, what the fuck? Somebody said, bro, sacrificing a hoe is crazy. Bro, I got to. I don't want to beef with Shaq. Plus, you know what niggas started telling me? Shaq got it. Like, they started telling me these little gang connections. I'm like, no. Okay, Shaq, I'll sacrifice a chick. There's nothing recent. I can't do that. Somebody said he's from Grape Street from Newark. Oh, I'm from Jersey too. We both from Jersey. I'm gonna get a Jersey OG to try to squash it. Somebody said I'm off the Henny. No, I'm not. I'm actually not. Okay. Hey, I mean, this was something I always knew. Yo, chat, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Y'all want to know the truth? I'll give the truth. Hip hop does have a problem with young stars, especially young rappers, who have a usually teenage audience and then a mix of men and women. A lot of times, and by the way, I've told you guys this before. A lot of, I don't want to mention specific rappers, but the amount of rappers I heard that, they were, I don't know, they were like 20, 23, 22, and they linked up with a fan that was like 16 or 17. Again, I'm not the guy who's here to fucking signal the police, but that happened a lot, especially during the era of the clout era and also the era of the drill era. I'll just say both eras, where you would get these guys who were reasonably young, and the majority of their fan base would be high school women. And some of them also were high school age, so that doesn't matter. Like, obviously Lil Pump, when he blew up, Lil Pump was underage for a lot of his career. So we're not talking about the Lil Pumps, but there were certain people, they were like outside of that age group, but their fan base were like 16 and 17. And, I heard the stories of, them just kind of neglecting or not giving a fuck and shit happened. And I think Ruby Rose is probably one of the people who just went on record about her story. I do think it's actually pervasive, I'm going to be honest with you. The majority of these niggas, if they have a fan base that is teenagers, men and women, sometimes it's, from what I've seen, a lot of them niggas fuck their fans. Truth be told. Not saying I agree or nothing like that, but it seems to happen more than out of the ordinary, okay? By the way, somebody says Shannon Sharpe responded to Shaq. Let's see what he said.
Ocho, everyone's family. Okay. Shaq, about the comments that I said last night. Shaq said, "You took me sticking up for Shay as jealousy of Joker shows how smart you are and how you say anything to get clicks." That's not what I did. But anyway, so here's the clickbait for you. If I ain't ranked in the top 10 in your profession, then you can't speak. Don't forget, I know what you did to get where you're at. Me jealous sounds like you jealous. I know you're trying to stay relevant by gossiping on your podcast. We don't believe you. You need more people in case you forgot. 4 rings, 3 finals MVPs, top 50, top 75. And to be quite frank, all this success you got still under me. You don't know my work ethic, but according, I work less, but not blah, blah, blah. But anyway, love you too. If you need help making money, it's better ways than gossiping. I'm too old for this ish. Love always. The most dominating big man ever. Never took it serious. Remember, I know you and you know words of Skip Bayless. I'm better than you. Hashtag G14 classification. I have it. You don't. Not in my profession.
Wait, when that happened?
He just about 10 minutes ago.
Wait, Shaq in the chat?
No, he on IG. I've never professed. I've never professed that I was his greatest Shaq. Mm-hmm. But what I will say,
yes, sir,
I got what I got because I worked my ass off. Now, yes, Shaq has been the one to say it, that he didn't work as hard, he didn't train as hard, he didn't eat as well as he should have.
Right.
Shaq is the one that anytime someone wins an MVP, he talks about how he should have been the MVP over Steve Nash. Now, you guys have heard me speak glowingly. I say Travis Kelce is better tight end than I was. So was Gronk. So was my guy, what's his name? For the Chargers. Antonio Gates, Gonzo, Big Winslow. I'm cool. I got no problem. You know why I got no problem, Ocho, with giving people credit?
Right.
Because I got everything out of my God-given ability. God gave me the ability to do what I could do. But he gave me discipline. He gave me dedication, the way I trained, the way I ate, the way I slept. So this was all I could get.
Right.
Now I would have felt some type of way if I'd have got these numbers and I half-assed it, but I never half-assed it.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe said Shaq should have won and they should have won.
Right.
But my thing is that you can't, and it said greatest characters. It's Shaq, I'm the greatest character. No, am I a top 100 player? No. Am I the equivalent as a football player as Shaq was as a basketball player? No. But what I did do is that I maximized that. And my question, if Shaq and because it's rough on the back. My question is, do you believe that you gave everything you possibly could in basketball? Did you train the way you should have? Did you eat the way you should have? That just goes to show you how great you was. That you didn't, you allowed your weight to get out of control. The injury started to creep up and you got 4 rings and you got 3 finals MVP.
Okay. I think he answered that pretty well. Okay. Can't knock it. He answered that pretty well. All right. So this Ruby Rose Travis Scott thing,